Hi everybody and welcome to the wide receiver section of Week 7's Poppa's Picks. As usual, we're brought to you by FantasyDonks.com, your one-stop shop for everything you need to know to start playing daily fantasy football. I'm Sean Big Poppa Williams, and without further ado, let's go to the wide receivers I have for you this week. The number one wide receiver I have on the board for you this week is Antonio Brown. He carries with him a $7,900 price tag on DraftKings, and he's versus the Houston Texans. Brown is a beast and has had an amazing season thus far with only one bad week. He carries with him a high price tag, but in all honesty, it's a cheaper price tag than Jordy Nelson this week and Demaryius Thomas. And on paper, he has a better matchup. I would try to squeeze Antonio Brown into your lineup, even though he's at 7,900. We've seen all the 30 burgers he likes to drop. I like that play. The number two play I have for you this week is Mohamed Sanu at 7,000. He's at Indy. I expect the Bengals to have to keep up with Luck and company this week. And we saw last week with no A.J. Green that Sanu was clearly the guy. He got a lot of targets. He put up 30-plus points, and he may have to do that again for the Bengals to stay in this one. The Bengals really need this win, and I look for that game to be a shootout. The third wide receiver I have for you is Brandon Marshall. He has a $6,300 price tag versus Miami. He gets to play the team that he demanded a trade from at home this week in Chicago. He looks healthy finally and is coming off a few down weeks. I would look for him to beast up against the Finns and show them why they should have never let go of him in the first place. The number four wide receiver I have for you is all of Peyton's targets. Let's be honest, it's Peyton Manning. Demaryius is at 8,000. Emmanuel Sanders is at 5,900. Welker is at 3,400. Like I said, why? Because Peyton Manning is their quarterback. He's trying to set the record. I look for him to have a huge performance this week. I think that all those wide receivers are in play. Make sure you roster one or two of them. The number five wide receiver I have for you is the risk-reward play at wide receiver this week, and that is Andre Holmes. He carries with him a $4,600 price tag, which is fairly cheap, and he's versus the Arizona Cardinals. The Cardinals have a weak secondary, and people have been thrashing them all season so far. Holmes put up 31 points last week on 4 for 121 and 2 touchdowns. The only problem here is he did all that on 4 catches. That also shows his upside. If he caught more balls, maybe he would go astronomical, and instead of a 31-point day, he might have a 40-point day. But I'm not sure of that. That's why I'm labeling him as the risk-reward play of the week. Hopefully, you'll at least get the 20 points out of him, out of his 4 or more catches. I hope you enjoyed the wide receiver section of Poppa's Picks. Feel free to get a hold of me on Twitter at Big Poppa Debate. That's BIGPOPPADB and the number 8 on Twitter, or stop by FantasyDonks.com and leave us a message, and we'll answer you as soon as we get it. Have a good one. Hopefully these wide receiver picks make us all a little bit of money this week. Thanks for stopping by.